Прийшли окупанти до нас в Україну, форма новенька, воєнні машини, та трохи поплавився їх інвентар. Байрактар. Байрактар. Російські танкісти сховались в кущі, щоб лаптя посорбати довбані щі, та трохи в ущах перегрівся навар. Байрактар. Байрактар. Зі сходу припхались до нас барани, для восстановлення великої страни, найкращий пастух баранячих отар. Байрактар. Байрактар. Їх доводи всяке озброєння, різне, ракети, потужні машини залізні, у нас на всі доводи є коментар. Байрактар. Байрактар. Вони захопити хотіли нас зразу, і ми зачаїли на орків образу, з бандитів російських робить примар. Байрактар. Байрактар. Російська поліція справи заводить, на вбивцю рашистів ніяк не знаходить, хто ж винен, що в нашому полі глухар. Байрактар. Байрактар. Веде пропаганду кремлівський урод, слова пропаганди ковтає народ, тепер нове слово знає їх цар.
Oh shit. Yeah, sorry about the quality. It's kind of shit. What's going on, everybody? 1 second. Alrighty. Thank you guys. Yeah, the song lives rent free in my head. Yes, I have no problem with it. I'll play the good one at the end. So because we got a little bit of heavy stuff, so we'll play this at the very end. Heavy stuff at the end, of course. It's just one video, just as a reminder, because yeah, we got a lot going on. So thank you guys all for being here. Always appreciated. I know it's always another click to get the backup channel and everything, but I appreciate everybody for being here. Appreciate everybody who shares this out. I appreciate everybody that hits that like button. By the way, did you guys know there's an animation on the like button? Check it out. It's true. I'm not even bullshitting you. It's true. There's actually an animation on the like button. But all right. Woo. Man, I hate that. I'm gonna reposition my camera if I want to do that. So real quick before I get into the chat, I'll just pull myself. There we go. All right. It's so bright. It's so bright. The lights of success. So all right. So before we get into everything, I just got a couple of quick announcements for this channel. Basically, what I'm gonna start doing is a weekly or bi-weekly, most likely just a weekly update on the war and what's going on. I'm going to do it either every Monday or Tuesday. Probably not Tuesday because that's what Funker 530 is doing. So I'll probably do it every Monday or so, and we'll actually check everything out and go see what's been going on. Read through some articles. I actually did some research on this one. So I know where I kind of have a little bit of more direction on this one. Last couple, I've just been like, I want to go to bed after work. But I'm glad I started this one a little earlier. I know a couple people got their stuff going later tonight. Yato's going, then BGTV's also got the fucking Andy Dick thing, which everybody should check out. And then tomorrow, Mango's got a puzzle stream that she's going to be doing. So check that out. As far as the other channel, just stay tuned to the Security Monitor Lizard channel. And I know if anybody that is not watching or is watching this channel and doesn't watch the other channel, they would like the link. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to do too many things at once because I actually did get a new phone, and I'll show you guys on the other channel. So, but I don't have like the Tube Buddy or anything like that. So that's something I gotta download later. By later, I mean now. Not really. Yes. Install. So anyway, it's not going to take long. I'll do it while we're looking at videos. And next Tuesday, you can check out Funker 530 update here. Yes, go check them out. They are they got a lot more better information. It's a little bit better. Next up, the Ukraine charity, the charity link. Mango, please put the okay. Please be 10 steps ahead of me. It's right there. There's a video explaining the charities in detail, along with some fun that we have, and the instructions are in this link right here. Go ahead and check those out. They will give you everything you need to know in order for us to help. We're at $754 or $55. I'll have to go back through. In fact, let me check that before we start. I'm gonna go ahead and double check just to make sure I can. Okay, so we are at that 755, let's call it, dollars. So we're about 75% of the way there, not 100% of the way to the goal, which will get me and Mango eating some nasty ass food. So help us get there. Any amount helps, whether it's $2, $5, $1. It doesn't matter. The change out of your couch, anything helps. It's for the people of Ukraine, and in the end, you get entertainment. We are going to be eating Spam cookies and Mountain Dew eggs, so there is a consolation prize. But if you really want the potted meat nachos, go ahead and please hit that up. hit up that link for some Copes cooking. And well, if you want to see us eat some Copes cooking. And Mango says plenty of puzzle streams coming up in the future. I have 14 puzzles here that haven't been done or fully completed on stream, and I have about 20 epic condo. Damn. Mango is a puzzle master. Check her out. All right. So let me say what's up to everybody in the chat, and then we'll go from there, because there's not a whole lot of people in the chat, especially on informative streams. There's not a whole lot of people in the chat, but again, it's kind of for me as well. Anyway, we got don't put him in timeout. Hey, Widow Son, folks, Mango Jones of the Forks, Steve Duvall, J. Troy Doe, of course, Two Guns No Ammo, Set for News. Oh wait, did Bayraktar? Yeah, we got a Bayraktar in the chat. Can we get some Bayraktars in the chat? Any 3D puzzles? Ooh, I'd be down to see a 3D puzzle. Although I can't watch it, I can just hear you talk. Because I'm at work usually. So yeah. All right. So all those that watch after the fact, and all those lurkers in the chat right now, thank you for being here. All righty. I think you don't have to, but you do have to. With plenty of details. So yeah, I'm sure gee, golly, I hope I don't fuck up the spam cookies. Thanks, Mango. All right. All righty, folks. So, what's been going on? What do we got? Let me put on a little bit of music in the back. We'll do this. We'll do this music. Not that loud. Just a little bit of music. Alrighty, folks. So what's been going on? What did the title say? Did you read the description? What is that? Everything's going fucking haywire. Russians are attacking. Actually, not us. Ukraine. Still. So what's been going on? Big news. The Ukrainians have sunk a second Russian ship. This time it wasn't a landing ship. This was a cruiser. So I have the Wikipedia pulled up for the Moskva, or the Moscow. That was just sunk. We got video of it getting hit and everything like that, and it gets hit pretty damn bad. And I do have I do have a little bit of information on the armament that hit it. So one thing I just really kind of want to look at is the general characteristics of these. So just to give you an idea of what actually was lost at sea. So and again, this is Wikipedia, so bear with me. All right, it's got a displacement, which ships are measured in displacement. And anybody that's watched me talk to G-Man on my main channel knows that I asked him about displacement, like what was the displacement of Noah's Ark, and he couldn't figure that out. He didn't understand, because that blew his mind. He just can't understand concepts of reality. So displacement is how ships are measured, like and that's important, like how low is it going to sink in the water, like how much water does it displace. And we got 12,490 tons, so it's a pretty massive ship. Now it's no boat. We're not going fishing off this motherfucker every day. All right. It's 186 meters or 611 feet, 20 meters long, 20 meters, 68 feet. It's the beam, the draft. Draft is the height. Some boat person. Where's Billy? He's a boat person. 8.4 meters. Okay. 27 feet, 60 feet. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's probably the draft's probably the fucking width. Anyway, I probably should have looked that up. Anyway, so it's a big boat. It's a big old boat. It's got a lot of shit on it. Sensors and processing systems. It's got a lot of radar. It's got a lot of electronic warfare. But the armament is kind of what I wanted to look at. So we got 16 big ass anti-ship missiles, and these are the anti-ship missiles are actually what sunk the Moskva in the first place. But these were land-based anti-ship missiles firing off the coast. So yeah, as far as I know, and then it sunk in the Black Sea eventually, and we'll see it get hit. So these are actually pretty big, and we'll get to those in just a minute. 8x8, so 64. Ooh. Long range surface to air missiles, so SAMs. Excuse me. Surface to air missiles are scary as fuck. They will take down a fucking aircraft. That's why aircraft oftentimes have flares attached to them, because they're trying to confuse the armament or the missile from trying to find them. So it'll shoot off some flares and everything like that into the sky, and they won't be able to discern what is the engine essentially, or the jet engine. But surface to air missiles are pretty hard to fucking get away from, and they're scary as shit, because it's not like anti-aircraft fire where it's just, it's coming at you and you can fly up. These motherfuckers will follow you. And that's my knowledge on surface to air missiles. Everybody correct me. So anyway, what is this? Oh, this is more surface to air missiles. So smaller surface to air missiles, and this one looks like it's mounted on an amphibious vehicle, which is pretty fucking wild. So we've got one twin AK-130, so 130 millimeter cannon, which is that's pretty fucking big. I'm not gonna lie, that is a motherfucker. I'm sure anybody that's been around one that's fired can tell you a little bit better. AK-630 close-in weapon system. I think this is just, these look like something similar to us would be like the C-Ram or the C-Wiz. These look like just massive Gatling guns, like just spinning out rounds in order to get rid of any incoming aircraft or missiles or bombs or anything like that. And then we got anti-submarine mortars, the RBUs. Ooh, damn, that looks spoopy. That's a spoopy motherfucker. So we've got anti-submarine mortars. What the fuck? Why am I all of a sudden getting like notification sounds from Discord? It's weird. I thought I turned them all off. Nothing has changed. Okay, cool. Cool. The 30th. All right. So, for anybody wondering, the midnight on the 30th is the last time to donate for the Ukraine fucking charity. Sorry. now I'm like, I want these notifications to go away. So unprofessional. Oh. Holy shit. Okay. Hang on a second. Here, I'll take care of that in the background here in a little bit. All right. So anyway, so they have lost. Okay, so it does actually, it carries an aircraft too. All right, so they lost a significant amount of naval power. I mean, obviously, it's not going to cripple the Russian Navy by any means, I'm sure, but I'm sure, like, it's not going to get the Russians anywhere now, because one, there's a ship in the harbor, like sunk in the harbor of oh shit. Okay, give me 1 second, folks. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, folks. I really apologize. This is alrighty. Sorry about that, folks. We have someone who wants to give a very generous donation to the charity, so I wanted to get with them real quick. Otherwise, I can. Yes. I have a poll open in my upcoming stream asking which puzzle I should do. Go vote. Yes, go vote there. Please do. Okay. Sorry, let me make sure this should start streaming. Oh, okay. Okay. Because holy shit, yes. Yes. But I would like to talk to them in private, so I have to do that after this. I apologize. I will talk to you guys. I'll let you guys know what happens. But yes, I am very sorry about that. I really do apologize for that. So let's get back into it. I'll take care of that after we get through this, and hopefully we can get everything settled, and this can happen. So here we go. So this is what allegedly hit and sunk the Moskva, R-360 Neptune missile, and it has 150 kilograms of 330 pounds of explosive. That's the warhead. This is high explosive, and probably has a pretty damn massive yield. It's an advanced weapon, is what I'm trying to say. It's not just like a mortar you would, lob at somebody. This thing does some serious damage, and we're going to see the damage it's allegedly caused. So it is a subsonic, and it has an operational range of up to 300 kilometers, 190 miles. So these things can be damn near 200 miles away and still hit your ship. Like that's pretty good distance, especially if this was launched from the shore. Then yeah, especially because that's a pretty good hit. We'll have to see though. The recent update fucked it up, did it? In order for Discord notifications sound to stop, you either have to open your volume mixer and mute it, or you have to switch yourself into do not disturb mode instead of invisible. What? That's stupid. What the fuck, Discord? All right, I'll put in. Nobody's gonna message me. Okay, no. Whatever. All right. So these things actually take quite a bit of resources to actually like move around too. So we'll go through these. So we have a launch vehicle, and then we have a reloading vehicle. So the reloading vehicle, it literally just like it's got a fucking crane where it loads these giant ass missiles. You saw it. No person is gonna lift these things up. So these things take a significant amount of support too. You're not just launching that thing out of fucking nowhere. And it's got a command vehicle, so you got to find out like what ship are you actually going to hit? Where are we actually going to launch these things? Because these are, it's several million dollars. And well, we have radar to go with it. Man, with the radar erected, and it's just like these. You guys can kind of see this is just. I don't know. It's actually pretty fancy. Never seen a military vehicle that clean, but it's pretty fancy. It's got a lot of electrical conduits. It's just wild. All right, that's enough of that. Enough of you guys. And there's a test launch. That's what it looks like flying through the air. So these things are pretty damn formidable. All right. Now, what do they look like in action? I don't know. I'm not sure. All right. This is very short, very quick video that we're going to watch. So if you guys want to put your eyeballs on the screen. This is allegedly the Russian cruiser. We're about to see it get hit by one of these missiles. Now remember, this is 150 kilograms or 330 pounds of high explosives. And this motherfucker is coming in. It's coming in quick. It's coming in hot. So just imagine what's gonna happen. And well, you have to always keep in mind, regardless, there's people on this ship. Hang on. Let's see what the crew number is. 419 enlisted and 66 officers. So that's what 485 people are on this ship at any given time. So get ready, folks. Boom. Yeah. So, play that back one more time. Watch it a little slower. So you can see these chunks are probably like thousands of pounds of steel just flying up into the air. This thing was just absolutely annihilated. What likely happened? Better watch one more time. Hold on, I want to watch it. Okay. Good enough. Whatever. What likely happened is, I mean, it's a missile. It'll come in down at an angle, and I have another video here. I'm looking at the playlist of it actually sinking and listing and everything like that, and we'll take a quick look at this. So you can see, obviously, we saw where it was hit, and guys, yes, many people were vaporized instantly, and a lot of people lost limbs and just got shrapnel wounds. And there were, you have all of these people who were injured, wounded, dead, and you're on a ship, you're on a boat. You have to care for all of these people on this boat and make sure it stays afloat. There's just imagine the added stress. Now, I don't know why this video was shot on like a VHS camera, but for some reason it was. This is like the most common video of the Moskva sinking. Excuse me, sinking. So I'm not sure why it was shot like this, but let's take it as it is. If anybody can send me a better one, god damn it. All right, that's not going to happen. So we are going to go to Do Not Disturb, and Jesus fucking Christ. All right. So, if anybody wants to send me a better video of the Moskva sinking, by all means. So, what I'm thinking happened is a missile obviously came down, it hit the ship, and it blasted a hole through, but the hole in the ship is probably more like it's probably like through and through. So this little bulge right here is where a lot of that explosion was. And right in here, there's this armor plate right here that's probably bulged out. But down in here, it's probably a giant hole. There's holes on the other side. There's a hole down here. There's probably fucking holes all up through this bitch because of the pieces that went through. This was a really good hit on this. Now, the last one was actually destroyed by an anti-tank missile. This was an actual anti-ship missile designed to do this. So, and this thing chugged along for quite a while until it sunk in the Black Sea. And I got the UA map. Don't worry, we're gonna look at that here in just a little bit. But yeah, it went down. It's gone. It's gone. I'm really suspicious of this video in particular simply because of the quality. But a lot of places I've seen have this video. I'm wondering if it was hit on the front or the back. I'm not 100% sure. It looks like it was hit maybe on the... Yeah, it was hit on the front. It sunk from the front down. So what we saw was the front of it actually getting hit. So yeah, that blew that motherfucker open, and it chugged along. All right. That's just kind of this is something else. Alrighty, folks. Now, oh, I didn't want to do that. Pay attention, you. All right, as long as that's not playing. Alrighty, so sorry, I have to burp. All right, so we saw the Moskva sink. Now, where did it sink? Moskva actually sunk down in here, down in the Black Sea. This is oopsie. Hang on one second. Bloop. Okay, so this is the Black Sea. This is where it sunk, somewhere around here. As we have seen, here is Crimea, and here is the like southern, or the excuse me, southwestern region of, or mostly southern region of Ukraine here. And of course, as you saw in the title, our focus is now Mariupol. Now, Mariupol has essentially fallen to the Russians. Thousands of troops have actually surrendered. Thousands of civilians are dead. But the fight continues. Now, what we're kind of seeing here, hang on one second. Okay. Okay. Now, what we're kind of seeing here is similar to what actually happened in like the Battle of Stalingrad. Not even kidding, because this is, I believe, I know I keep going in and out. I believe this is actually like a industrial park around here. That's where we have these rail lines coming in. So this industrial park is basically the last holdout, and the Russians have been accused of shelling civilians in Mariupol, like in this. Oh damn! It's on my other phone. I have my other phone here somewhere. All right, I'll send it out. Anyway, the shelling or dropping bombs on, or bunker busters. That's what I was looking for. They've been dropping bunker busters on a steel mill, basically where a bunch of civilians are hiding. Like people are just trying to hide out until the fighting ends. And they've been dropping bombs on there, and bunker busters. You know what? I should bring that up. Bunker busters are made to bust bunkers. That's what they do. They're made to dig into the ground. They're made to just like dig through the ground and concrete and get inside of, well, shit, a bunker. But anyway, and I just need to send that article to my, never mind. I'll find that article later. Fuck it. Too much. Anyway, that's too much. All right. So, the Russians have been committing atrocities left, right, and center. There's no doubt about that. We saw with the murder of civilians in, I believe it was Kharkiv. There have been I've got a couple stories for later about some other atrocities that have been committed. Their pullout, quote unquote, of the truck driver killed. Oh, okay. The Kiev region. They just basically were just like, all right, fuck you, and just started killing people along the way. And we saw stories about sniper fire and people just wantonly, that kid's dad who was murdered in front of him. There's no shortness of war crimes. Now, am I going to say that the Ukrainians are just sitting here and like sitting pretty, all fucking spick and span? No, it's a war. It's a fucking war. So shit's gonna happen. I just don't. I don't like the invading force. I don't think a sovereign nation should be invaded. Let's go with that. How does that make sense? Can we not kill a bunch of civilians? That'd be cool. I've kind of learned my lesson, having served in the Middle East and everything, and being there was wrong, 100%. But hey, I didn't know at the time. Now I know, and this is wrong. The Russians should not be attacking here. So go ahead and help the people of Ukraine, please. Check out the link over down in the description. All right. So, long story short, Mariupol has pretty much fallen, and we'll go back to that. But I got an article for you guys. All right, I got a couple articles for you guys. All right, we got a video. Oh no, this is the video. All right, sweet. So, trigger warning. You guys are gonna see some graves, etc. This is allegedly there's 21,000 dead in Mariupol due to the fighting, due to the shelling. And this is what the charity is all about. The charity is not about like sending weapons and stuff. It's about helping the people who have lost loved ones, who are just struggling to survive, the people who need shelter, who are displaced, who are trying to find their loved ones who may not be around anymore. So just stick around, take it in, and I'm sorry about the quality. There it is. And this has happened all over since I can remember. The amount of just like mass graves, because I remember in the Middle East they did it. You know what I'm saying? When we came in and the Iraqis left, etc., etc., whatever happened.
В ходе освобождения Мариуполя сдались уже 1464 украинских
Hang on
военнослужащих.
1 second, because there's some stuff in the bottom here. All right, Russia claims it is close to completely seizing the port city. Likely is. It has issued an ultimatum to Ukrainian troops there to surrender or die. The weekend deadline has passed. 1,464 Ukrainian service members have already surrendered, he says. In the course of liberation of Mariupol, the number of those surrendering is growing by the day, including the ones who fled from the... God, you're going too fast, man. All right.
В том числе избежавших с территории Азовстали.
The factory territory. 30,000 residents have evacuated Mariupol, but 350,000 are still trapped. There's 350,000 people still there amongst all this shit. And it's not going to end. The Russians aren't going to give up until they take Mariupol. They're going to keep shelling it, keep throwing bombs. We're left without anything. We're living in basements. It's horror. What for? Tell me what for, she says. What are we guilty of? In those eyes, in whose eyes are we guilty? Mariupol's mayor says 21,000 people have been killed in the city. Russia said it struck nearly 300 military targets in eastern Ukraine. Now it says military targets. It's a very loose definition. What's going on? What's going on? No Justin, no peace. How you been? Thanks for finding the channel. I saw your comments. They were very, very sweet. Thank you. So yeah, military target is a very loose term here, because it could be any target with suspected of holding military personnel, which could be any civilian building within the city, because, well, it's a building that can hold people, so it can be struck. And that's been what they've been doing a lot of, is hitting with shells and rockets. All right, that's it. So Mariupol is not long for this world. I hope those fighting, those who die fighting and die with honor, and those who surrender get the treatment of being the soldiers that they are. I'm not going to sit here and being like, well, rather the human beings that they are, rather that, because I'm not going to sit here and take sides on Ukraine and Russia. Obviously, I want to help the Ukrainian people because I don't agree with what Russia's doing, but I hope that humanity is maintained amongst the surrendering troops. Especially those who are the most holdout, because those who have held out the longest will get the most brutal punishment, of course, because they're the most obstinate. They're the most trouble. They're the one you have to worry about the most. So I just hope that I hope it comes to a quick end, and in a way that gets fewer people killed. Let's say that. Fucking sickos. Exactly. Well, thank you. Well, thank you for being you. Thank you for being here as well. Always appreciated. Yeah, military target, meaning a target in the Ukraine. By the way, Ukraine, not the Ukraine. So we got to make that distinction. It's not that just refers to it as its old name, the territory, but it's a sovereign nation, so it's Ukraine. It's got its own flag and everything. Republic of Dave and shit like that. Like, it's its own country. But yeah, I want to squash that anytime I can, regardless of who you are and how much ammo you have. All right. Alrighty, folks. So I really do blaze through this this content quite a bit. There's all right, 2 unavailable videos are hidden. All right, so I got a couple of things that we're gonna check out. A couple of them are a little silly. Well, one of them's a little silly, but the very last one that we're gonna watch is really heavy. And then we will end on the goodbye Rakhtar. And we got 9 people here. Thank you guys for being here. I always appreciate that. Please do share it around and hit that like button. I'm trying to do this for information. If you have questions, please ask, and we will find out things together. This isn't to glorify war or combat or anything like that. So please do stick around. Thank you. All right, so we got a couple things that we're gonna look at. I am going to go and use the latrine because I have drank a shitload of water today. I'm not kidding. Like, I just didn't want to drink coffee. I just wanted some water. So let me see what I can pull up. Let me see if I have something. You know what I do have? I have a whole ass video for this. That's the one. All right. I will be right back, folks. Just give me a second. Alrighty, what's going on, folks? Hush. That was Ali Dean, the human being, who provides the On Patrol music, as well as other musics, if you guys would like them. Go check out her channel. Your jokes are okay. I have better jokes for the folks. Can I get a folks in chat? Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. And yes, Lizard at the helm. Aha, ha. Wait. Okay. Ty, I do have a question for you. Would a space fleet go off of like Air Force kind of ceremonial rules or naval ceremonial rules? You know what I'm saying? Like as far as like ranks and structure and things like that. Because like, would you have an armada or like a squadron? You know what I'm saying? Like it's a, because think about it. You know, when you think of like movies, you think of like they act like a fleet of ships, but they're in space. Anybody? No, just me. Okay, fine. I'll work on it myself. Don't worry, guys. I always appreciate you. Thank you for being here. I ate a bunch of goldfish, so I'm gonna have to like wash out my mouth. I'm gonna go do that. I'll be right back. Sorry. Sorry about that, folks. It's like mouth feels weird. Right now, the Space Force is a division of the Air Force, so their rank follows ours. Okay. Long and strong. Yeah, that's how I'm falling. Okay. All right. So maybe it's just the progression, I guess, of where it would have risen out of. I don't fucking know. I don't know. I'm not a science fiction writer. Alrighty, folks. So I do have a couple informative things here. A couple of things. So we're going to get a little bit of contrast here in these two videos. So I want you guys to check out all of this material that's coming into Ukraine. And if you guys ever hear me say material and material, the difference, it's that the material is military material. It's military equipment. Is what I'm with an E instead of material, as in like metal is a material. This is a material. Anyway. Yeah, exactly. So most science fiction has it following the Navy, but in reality, it's following the Air Force. What kind of bullshit is that? Yes, verified Ukraine news in English, right there. Ukraine Now English. Excuse me. But I just want you guys to check this out. We're gonna look at what's moving on in. Whoa, why is that in Chinese? That's weird. Oh, hey. Okay. So, oopsie. That's not the one I wanted to go to. Sorry, guys. Let's do this. Hit that like button, folks. Alrighty. So just take a quick look at what we got going by. We got these are APCs, armored personnel carriers. These are just going to carry. These ones are just going to carry personnel. They're not really. These don't really have like an armament or anything. They'll usually carry support personnel, things like that. Sometimes there'll be an ambulance. The reason they're tracked is because they can get over more difficult terrain, etc. But they do have their disadvantages in urban terrain. There are different tracks for both urban and rural terrain, I guess you could say, or non-urban terrain, in order for the vehicles to be able to get over it more easily. And yes, folks, the like button should be tiny on your tongue. Exactly. Lick that like button, folks. All right, so we got APCs coming in. We're gonna see a little bit. Oh, I don't know. And these look like Paladin vehicles, but I could be 100% incorrect by that. Sorry, I reset my alarms just for random shit because they're going off in the middle of me talking to my fucking boss. So I feel like these are Paladins. They may be totally different vehicles. Someone in the chat, please correct me. So Paladins are, I believe, 155 or 122 millimeter or 120 millimeter rather howitzers. It's self-propelled howitzer, so essentially it's an artillery piece on tracks that you can move a little bit a lot more easily, as opposed to a towed artillery piece, which you've seen a little bit of possibly here on this channel. And the towed artillery pieces obviously need a second truck, and they have to be placed, and then they have to be picked up and moved. And it's not like the thing can just get out of there, get out of Dodge. These can't necessarily just get out of Dodge, but at the same time, a lot easier, a lot more easily than a non-self-propelled or stationary static artillery piece. That's the word I'm looking for. Okay. Let's see what else we got. I'm not sure 100%. Yeah, it's just more artillery pieces coming in. Yeah, we already saw this. I already saw this. Mango is a peach. Mango's the best. Everybody needs a mango, for reals though. I'm not even lying. Like this, none of my shit. Actually, this is the show that I do without mango. So there you go. Except she's always in the chat dropping links, so I can't even say that. She's doing her best. All right. So we saw all of that material going into Ukraine. We saw all these the massive weapons, right? These artillery pieces going in, and that video is a little old. All right, that's from the 15th. It's a few days ago. I'm not 100% sure where it was from. I'm not gonna go back, but one thing I want to quick look at is we've seen artillery pieces, but what is actually getting to the boots on the ground soldiers? Because you need supporting infantry. Tanks need supporting infantry, and this is something that just kind of goes by the wayside. And if you've ever watched one of my Blitzkrieg streams, you've seen that, and they're really boring. I wouldn't recommend them. Actually, go watch them. They're fucking sweet. I'll say this. Tanks need supporting infantry. And the reason tanks need supporting infantry is because of things like RPGs and grenades, urban warfare. You need to have soldiers that are going to be able to go up and kill the enemy and take out the targets that are above the tank and in the buildings around you. Regardless of, as long as those buildings are taller than the tank, because you don't want anything over it. Even a Molotov cocktail, you might be like, oh, well, that won't stop a tank. Well, any of the tank's hatches are open, or if the driver's view slot is obscured, that tank really can't fucking go anywhere. It's just got to kind of guess, right? So a lot can happen, but the point is those people, the supporting infantry, have to be well equipped. They have to be just as well as equipped as the tank, and apparently it's not really getting there. Now, one thing I want to stress: this is an American volunteer. This is one guy. This is only one guy, guys. I don't want you to think that like the Ukrainians or anybody is just like shorting them, you know, straight out, just like, oh, you're fucking, you know, American. That's happening. Shitty. It's, you know, but what we got to look at too is the fact that foreign fighters aren't going to get the best equipment. They're not like they're gonna give you the equipment that, like, you know, they can give you basically especially at this point. So they're going to you know, they're not going to have the best. But the biggest problem right now is they don't have enough. Now, listen to what this guy has to say.
This is truly a plea for help. This is my AK-47. My AK-47 has an ACOG scope on it. It has a reflex sight on top. I provided all this. I bought it. I bought it for my whole team. I bought my front rails. I had somebody custom make the suppressor in the front. I've done this all on my own. Government or Ukraine has not provided anything except for a naked weapon. Okay. I'm going into battle with this. 1, 2, 3 magazines and 1 grenade. Everybody else has 5.45 because most people use AK-74s here. I'm one of the few that has AK-47 with 7.62 rounds. Can't find them anywhere. Can't get another magazine. They expect me to go in battle with all this bullshit and, you know, just my drones, AK-47, and, you know, 1 grenade and nothing else. I don't know where all these weapons are supposed to be coming in from all the rest of our governments. I haven't seen an M16. I haven't seen an M4. I haven't seen anything that really I can use, that I know I can reliably use. Please fucking help and stop saying that you're sending shit and actually send it.
All right.
The Russian offensive in
Cool. All right.
Okay.
We're going to go over this.
This is truly a plea for help.
So I actually feel the pain in this guy's voice.
This is my AK-47.
So on his AK, he's got a standard AK. He put his looks like he put his own buttstock on there, maybe. I'm not sure if that was issued to him. Doesn't really matter, but it's a folding buttstock. And he's got a reflex sight. He says an ACOG, but it's just a reflex sight. Essentially, a reflex sight gives you like it gives you a dot. Sometimes you might see, like, let's see. I just want to see what it looks like when you look through it. God damn it. Can I see? All right, this is essentially what it is. It's a site that wait, what's going on, Bill? How you doing? How you been? So the reflex site is God, I'm trying to find like a site. Reflex site view. There we go. Okay. So it's kind of what it looks like. Sometimes you'll have a crosshair. Sometimes you'll have just a dot. But it allows you, it essentially gives you a crosshair. It gives you something to put on your target when you're going to fire. So it it's sighting the target finer for you, so you're able to hit the target a whole hell of a lot better. And as you can see, these ones are like kind of off center, and well, it's probably sighted to the gunner, or it's just maybe that it's hard to take a picture of that too. But sometimes they'll be like this is kind of what he had on his AK. There was this little red dot sight. So he's got this reflex sight, and he's just like, okay, pops it up and whatever. And it's better than just an iron sight, which we had here, which iron sights, obviously, I'm sure a lot of you have seen. If you haven't played, oopsie. Whoa. I'm gonna do that. Iron sights. All right. If you haven't really played any video games, this is what an iron sight looks like. This is what your little U shape, your little circle. This is an M4 that the soldier's firing. So up front, you have your front sight post. So you have front sight post up here, and then your little ring right there. You put there you go. Reflex sight makes it easier. That's it. Hashtag easy mode. All right. So that's what it is. Moving along.
AK-47 has an ACOG scope on it. It has a reflex sight on top. I provided.
Oh, okay. No, mind. He has a reflex sight on top of his ACOG scope. So he's got a scope, and then he's got a reflex sight on top of it. That's a little bit different. So the scope actually, magnifies it so you can see out where he's trying to scan, and then he can put his eye to the reflex sight and be able to hit his target a little bit more effectively. That's pretty fucking wild. Hey, what's going on, D. Duval?
I did all this. I bought
I also like
I
your
bought it for
puzzle
my whole
streams.
team. I bought my front rails. I had somebody custom make the suppressor in the front. I've done this all on my own. Government or Ukraine has not provided anything except for a naked weapon. Okay. I'm going into battle with this.
Now,
This
is where I really wanted to focus on.
3 magazines and 1 grenade. And 1 grenade.
So 3 magazines, that's 90 rounds. Standard combat rounds is 210 rounds, and that's 7 magazines. So he should have 4 more magazines to go into combat with. I think 2, maybe 3 grenades. At this point, he probably should have 3 grenades. I'm sure he's the kind of guy that should have 3 grenades, but at least the kind of ammo. He needs the amount of ammo. He needs that 210 rounds. We got to get him up there. But the problem is
everybody else has 5.45 because most people use AK-74s here. I'm one of the few that has AK-47 with 7.62 rounds. Can't find them anywhere. Can't get another magazine. They expect me to go in battle with all this bullshit. And
so he can't even find the rounds that he needs. So he's got to use them even more sparingly until he maybe finds a rifle that he can take and, use those rounds, or use that rifle and use those rounds, or some shit like that.
We'll just my drones, AK-47, and 1 grenade and nothing else. I don't know where all these weapons are supposed to be coming in from all the rest of our governments. I haven't seen an M16. I haven't seen an M4. I haven't seen anything that really I can use, that I know I can reliably use. Please fucking help and stop saying that you're sending shit and actually.
Ew, we're so fucking gross. Yes, it really is. Should I ask them to tell Dave to notice me? Yes, 100%. Dave will notice you one of these days. I hope so. All right. Now, one thing you guys might have seen. All right. Well, this he's begging for help, and he's like, we need ammo. He needs the right type of ammo, and he needs the right type of magazine to go with his rifle so that he can actually push back the fucking Russians and sweep them out of the goddamn area. And well, he's not getting that. So where's it coming from? Like, where are the M4s? Where are the M16s and shit like that? Where's all of this military equipment? It's a good question. It's probably has a lot to do with the supply lines that are completely fucked all around the globe, and now they're like highly focused on this military aid and trying to do everything else at the same time, which it's just not fucking working. So it's getting fucked, but some
What's up,
folks
guys?
are
It's
making
John
do.
from PPT.
All right. So you guys may have seen this a little bit. This is a Maxim gun. If you know if you've ever heard Maxim gun, you're like, what is that? Well, that sounds familiar. That's from World War I. Is a Maxim gun. It's essentially the same. This is literally pretty much the exact same design. Literally pretty much the exact same design. It's a water cooled, and that means it has a jacket around the barrel. That's what this big thing is right here. It's just a water jacket. You pour water in it, and water heats up around the barrel, so you can shoot it more, kill more enemies. But this is extremely old technology, and you might notice that this guy is all dolled up in Ukraine shit, and he's actually firing it. Like, well, why is he firing it? What the fuck is going on? Well, we'll see.
And I wanted to do a short video on the Maxim guns being fielded throughout Ukraine. The model in question appears to be a PM M1910 water-cooled medium machine gun, originally an Imperial Russian-produced version of Hiram Maxim's
Thank you. No justice, no peace.
Maxim gun chambered in 7.62 by 54R. The M1910 was used by the Imperial Russian Army during World War I, pretty much everyone in the Russian Civil War, and the Soviets.
I'm not gonna lie. I love the little cart that it comes on because it's adorable.
Fielded upgraded variants throughout World War
just a
II,
machine
with Russian
gun.
Maxims widely exported to satellite states in the post-war period as well, making their appearance in modern Ukraine unsurprising. Instead, the interesting part here is how they're being used, with at least a few of the Maxims seen being used on technicals, which is exactly what the first technicals were. M1910s mounted on horse-drawn carts, arguably invented by Ukrainian anarchist warlord Nestor Makhno during the Russian Civil War, called a tachanka. While commonplace now, in pre-technical 1918, having a medium machine gun crew that can move at the speed of cavalry was a game-changer for Makhno's peasant army. Considering both Russia and Ukraine have plenty of 7.62 by 54R, and 1910s are forward-compatible with PKM belts, much about warfare has changed in 100 years, but the utility of a mobile machine gun has not.
Yeah. So, long story short, the reason they're still using this old-ass technology is because it still works, and, well, the importance of a mobile machine gun has been seen throughout the fucking world. One great example that I can actually give is myself. I was a machine gunner. When I was in Iraq, I was actually a gunner. I had a 240 Bravo, M4, my M9, and then M500 shotgun next to me. Oh, excuse me. And my main gun was the 240 Bravo. And the importance of that machine gun, just in my convoy of other people with machine guns, is just like, if I got knocked out, it's absolutely like it would be detrimental to the entire convoy. So having that as like a golden, like basically a golden egg kind of thing, to just be like, okay, well, we can move a machine gun in and out of combat and like take down multiple enemies and suppress them, at different points, helps everybody out. Like, it makes your combat, it raises your combat effectiveness. And the best part about it is, well, let's say I get hit by an IED, boom, oh, I'm done. I got blasted in the fucking dome skis. No more lizard, and the machine gun's still good. Well, the truck's fucked. We can't do anything. Take the machine gun and you can, use it to suppress fire. You still use that machine gun. That's what we were always taught. If you can still use the machine gun, still use the machine gun. The first thing you do when when you get to a first aid situation is actually get security, suppress the enemy. Your buddy might be bleeding on the ground, but if you are getting shot at and you can't get over to him without getting shot, there's no point in going over to him. You're both going to die. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Folks, it's about practicality. It's about combat effectiveness. It's about mobility. It's about a lot of things that just make war so much more horrible because of its efficiency, but a little bit more, interesting because of the technology. How does that sound? Alrighty. All right, I do have a couple articles here. We're only about an hour and 20 minutes into this, so I have a couple articles. Okay, yeah, we'll talk about a little bit about what's to come, and then we'll talk about some of the bad stuff. We'll go into the bad stuff. All right. Oopsie. I don't want to open Edge. GTFO. The Express. I don't want to do that. Fuck it. Yeah, fuck you. All right. Putin launches enormous onslaught on Ukraine as masses of Russian troops storm Donbass. And the Donbass region is in a tab that I closed. There we go. A little bit better. Donetsk, Luhansk. Really? Okay. All right. Too easy. Now, here's our Donbass region. That includes Luhansk, Donetsk, and Mariupol, as well as if anybody wants to try and pronounce this, Zaporizhzhia. Hey, Lizard, you're better at reading articles than Rev. Well, I appreciate it, but the bar is in the dirt. I'll do my best not to rev it up too much. All right. So let's talk about this. So this is the Donbass region, and this is where we were talking about with the live UA map. Live UA map. There we go. Oops, I clicked the wrong one. All right. This is exactly what they're talking about. All right. This is the outer edge of it, and then we have Donetsk and Luhansk up here, and Mariupol down in south. That's the Donbass region. That's what we're talking about. Just for everybody's clarification, I totally already knew that. I totally didn't just go through that. So anyway, and Russian troops are still all the fuck over there. Obviously, they're still all over there. So they have to flush out all of the Ukrainian resistance, because there's going to be resistance, because the northern and the northwestern region, as opposed to the southeastern region, we'll call it over here, is going to push back, and any resistance is going to be, accepted, of course. So they want to stomp that shit out. And as we've seen with Putin, it's no big deal to just slaughter fucking civilians. Yes, I know this is an American military hat. Anyway, no ripping out. Same here, so call it several years. I need to take the AR out and shoot more. Some of my ammo is over a year old, and I don't like holding ammo that long. Excuse me. Yeah. I gotta go. I'm probably gonna go tomorrow and get a box of ammo so I can go shooting again. For you guys in the forest. You can check out the magical map on your own here at Live UI Map, and that's why mango is a peach. Mango's the best. Everybody needs a mango. Alrighty. Let me wet my whistle real quick. Sorry about the hard R's. I'm actually just like thirsty. All right. President Vladimir Zelensky said the much anticipated attack on the eastern region of Donbas is now underway. He claimed, we can now confirm that Russian troops have begun the battle for the Donbas, which they have been preparing for a long time. A large part of the Russian army is now dedicated to this offensive. His remarks following warnings from other senior officials that Russia had begun its assault on Monday and had come only a day after the Ukrainian leaders stressed the importance of the fight, which his chief of staff, Andriy Yermak, described as the start of the second phase of the war. And this is extremely important. So, like we were talking about with this, let's break that down, just that first paragraph down a little bit, or what the president said. We can now confirm that Russian troops have begun the battle for the Donbas, which they have been preparing for a long time. A large part of the Russian army is now dedicated to this offensive. So what seems to have happened is a lot of Ukrainian resources have been used up over here. A lot of supply lines have been broken in the west. There are no supply lines to the north. It's all Russian territory. So it's going to be extremely difficult, especially with the fall of Mariupol, to get supplies over to this area unless you go through like Poland and all of these other countries around Ukraine. Unfortunately, not around Belarus, because they're mostly allied with Russia. So you have to push everything through Poland, and that squeezes all the resources down to this one little part, unless you're able to get Moldova and Romania to play along and actually push through. But this is Russian-held regions down here, so you're going to meet resistance there. And it's kind of creating this little bit of a bottleneck where Putin has essentially cut off the southern or the southeastern part in order to take this little bit, chomp off this little bit, and then force the Ukrainians and all of the allies to actually come back in and have to defend from a smaller area. This is World War III, guys. We're looking at World War III for the second. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Let me see. I'll send you the ammo reminder tomorrow, and I'll probably remind you during my stream. Yes, please. Please do. That place isn't far, so it's also supposed to be really cold. So if I don't get it tomorrow, I do have something. I'm going to go get a Jersey Mike sub sometime soon. So I'll probably do that because I really want to get one. Yes, Mango Jones can help you out with that. Thank you. No Justice, no peace. And yes, I know I've seen her around a bit. She's been in, what's his face? BGTV. All that good stuff. Let's see. One second. Anyway, so where were we? All right. So basically instead of what we're looking at right here with these with the support, longtime drag watcher and chat. Yeah, that's probably, I know we've talked in Miss Barker's chat and BG's. Yeah, I've seen you around. I watch I usually listen to like drag at fucking work. Like I've been going through like a lot of people's old stuff simply because like there's no new stuff. People have actual lives. So I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna go look at some old stuff and have some background noise. But yeah, sometimes I do look at the fucking chats. I'm like, oh, hey, what's up? All right. So anyway, so once Putin has the support down in the south, and if he can do this, that swallow up technique that we were kind of talking about, where he was trying to do it up in Ichnia. Excuse me. Sorry, I didn't mean to burp right into the fucking Kadila Bob microphone. If he's going to do that, he's going to swallow up this region, at least this part here of the of Ukraine, if not this entire region down here, and just sort of close this off. And that gives him plenty of support from the southeast that can then be used to take over the rest of the country. So this isn't going to end. This isn't just some like short conflict. We're not going to see this go away by any means, folks. So keep that shit in mind. Just be mindful of this, that this is not going away, and that's why it's important to pay attention, to be informed, and to donate if you can. Please hit the links down below in the description, and links that Mango is going to put in the chat. Yeah, I'm a chill girl. I'm just like talking about politics and society in general. Yeah, like that's the place for you then. This is for I usually, if the video's boring, I live in the chat. Like, so like when Negs or fucking any of those fools are talking, I'm just like, okay, what's the chat doing? What do you guys have to say? So yeah. Alrighty. So yeah. And if you were wondering if I can read articles better than Rev, yes, I can, because, well, give you that synopsis just off of this little bit of information that the fucking president gave me. Well, just saying. Alrighty. Dope. That's a maybe. Maybe. If Putin goes away, the war might go away, and that's possible. I don't think Putin's going away, though. Putin's kind of Putin's untouchable in a different way, kind of like Xi in China. Like the only person that's gonna get rid of Putin is someone that's like a shit lone wolf type deal, probably. Yeah, we'll see. All right. Excuse me. According to Kiev, Moscow has been bulking up its forces in the east of the country, using troops that it pulled out of the north and neighboring Belarus to a close Russian ally. And we've seen Belarusian troops have been not too happy about actually going into Ukraine, but they are more than welcoming like the Russian troops to, you know, stage themselves on the Ukrainian border so that they can, you know, do it themselves. And all right, whatever, do whatever the fuck you want. In a post on Facebook, the Ukrainian Armed Forces Command said that the core of Russia's main military was concentrating on taking control of the entirety of the Donetsk and Luhansk regions, while the Ukrainian Security Council Secretary Oletsky Danilov said in televised comments Putin soldiers have begun their attempt to start the active phase this morning, which is not good. The active phase, what he probably means is a lot more of conditioning the environment. if the environment isn't already conditioned. Actually, no. Well, environment condition active phase about to begin. So the environment conditioning is just sort of like the shelling and the rockets and everything. The active phase is actually taking over and moving troops into the region. Sorry, I got a little confused there. What they're going to do is essentially the same thing they've been doing all over, and they're going to move in tanks, they're going to move in their infantry and everything like that, and we're going to see how it goes. And it really depends on the amount of supplies that are available for any resistance forces to take on the Russian government. So I'd like to see. I'm interested to see what happens. I really hope that the Ukrainians can put up enough of a fight to hold back the Russians, at least for a while. The Russian economy is not doing very well. The Kremlin on March 25th announced the first phase of its military operation in Ukraine was mostly complete, and it would focus on completely liberating the Donbas region. Yeah, and these aren't air quotes. These are quotes. Military operation, and they're liberating Ukraine, or the Donbas region in Ukraine. This military operation is a war. It's a conventional war. It's an invasion of a sovereign nation by another sovereign nation. And liberating is not a word to use, because you're invading and destroying and raising the countryside, essentially. That's what we're seeing. I mean, this is the only difference between this and like Braveheart style raising the village and like the countryside is, well, the weapons are named after the weapons that would have been used in Braveheart. Does that make more sense? Yeah, gotta liberate them from all those. Yeah. Again, I'm not on the side of like the Ukrainian government or anything like that. I'm not going to say that the Ukrainians are some, it's not like some left-wing haven paradise utopia. No. I just don't like the fact that they have to fight for their fucking lives. That's my problem. That's why I'm covering this. I find this important. Not only that, but this sets so many different precedents, and the fact that the world is against against Putin on this just shows a lot to what our world is working towards. So, let's see. On Sunday, just before the expected moment arrived, Mr. Zelensky said the battle could influence the course of the whole war. It's 100% possible. During an interview, and this is influence the course of the whole war because, well, it's this entire region. The war is not going to end after they take this region. It's not, the likelihood of it turning into some kind of like North Korea, South Korea situation is far, far too unlikely for me to even consider it. It's just not going to happen. Russia has, Putin has too much ambition to let this shit just slide. And the fact that he has gotten slapped around by the ass cheeks of fucking every soldier in Ukraine that's a pointed rifle at one of his own, like it just speaks to the fact that the motherfucker's not going to step down. Yes, we support the people of Ukraine 100%. And these are the fundraiser instructions. If anybody is watching after the fact or lurking in the background and you just want to donate, it's none of the money touches our hands. It all goes straight to the charities. There's no two ways about it. It's doing a good thing. You're You're literally just giving to the people of Ukraine. All right. Excuse me. He said, for us, the battle for Donbass is very important. It is important for different reasons. For the reason of safety, first of all. And yes, this is exactly what I was talking about, alluding back to the fact that it allows for a larger staging area for the Russian military in order to be able to take over Ukraine in the future. And all the Western players have to play along and be able to open up those supply lines, and they have to secure those supply lines. Now, what's one of the things that's been floated around constantly about securing those supply lines, about securing the area of Ukraine, the country? What has been floated? A no-fly zone. We can't do that. We can't have a no-fly zone because that no-fly zone then has to be enforced, and that would have to be enforced by, well, likely, U.S., NATO pilots, etc., not Ukrainian pilots. They're fighting in their own dogfights in the sky. So it would have to be enforced by multiple different countries, and we just can't do that because, again, that just brings all of the players into the fight. So, yes. I'd like to donate a couple. Oh, please do. Whatever you can. Please spend the money on yourself first. I always ask people to think of themselves first, and to make sure that they're not going out of their way to donate to anything that I may promote, even if it's myself, especially if it's myself. So yes, if you would like to, there's the fundraiser. Thank you so much. And you get to see me and Mango eat some nasty ass food because Mango's a peach. She's the best. All right. All right. Our grouping located in Donbass is one of the best military we have. It's a large grouping, and Russia wants to encircle them and destroy them. Kind of what I was talking about earlier with the map. It is 44,000 professional military men who survived a great war from the beginning of 2014. This is why it is very important for us to preserve that part of our army. That is one of the most powerful. 44,000 is not something to just shake a stick at, dude. Seriously, that's a shitload of people. 44,000. I think that's a few divisions, even. Hang on. Division size. Yeah, a few divisions. So that's 3 to 4 divisions of military personnel. And a division, like I was kind of talking about. No. This was a different conversation. I was talking on Discord about a division is like a massive amount of people. You're not just going to have like infantry in an infantry division. You have all of the support elements, all of the medics, all of the radio operators, and the tech guys, and the MPs that are attached to them, the fucking the special forces people that are fucking attached to them and shit like that. A division is a massive amount of people, and to have 3 to 4 actual divisions over there, that is a huge hit to your military. So that's why it's important for to preserve this, to make sure that this shit doesn't happen, because that is a huge fucking loss. Mariupol is one thing. It is going to be a loss. It's going to be a detriment to morale, but it shouldn't be the end all to be all for those 44,000. Encourage people, speak up, speak out, and just be like, look, people need ammo. People need food. Like, there are, foreign fighters over there. Like, we just try and prevent World War fucking III. Can we do that? Can we not have some nukes dropped? Because that's what Putin is kind of thinking about. He's already threatened it. He's already, fingering that button. It's pretty fucking scary. Sorry, I just had a thought. All right. Mr. Zelensky added that although Ukrainian forces have defended themselves from Russian attacks on cities like Kiev and Chernihiv, if Putin's military wins in Donbass, it could come further towards Kiev, and this is 100% true. It's going to be a push towards that northern region. And remember, what season is it? It's basically spring. Right now, it's for me. It's fucking cold as shit. It snowed like motherfucker. Are you kidding me? I was like fucking 20 minutes late to work because there was snow every fucking where. Holy shit! It's April. Please donate. Anyway, that was weird. Sorry, I just got a weird muscle. Fucking, my muscle just rolled. I don't know if you guys heard my voice go weird. Anyway, the thing is, this is the last time that's probably the last time that's gonna happen. I live in Ohio. It could happen any day of the week. Anyway, it's possibly the last time it's gonna happen, and it's only gonna get warmer over there as well. They're not going to be in these thick ass winter clothes for more than a couple months or so. All right, so we have to understand that there could be, and there probably will be, another push by the Russians into Ukraine. So the Ukrainians have to be prepared for that. Not only do the people of Ukraine have to be prepared, the people who can't leave, the people who have to stay there, and the people who don't want to leave, they have to be prepared. They have to have the things that they need, and that could be as simple as a toothbrush, or a menstrual pad, or a can of fucking tuna, or maybe just a coloring book or something very simple for somebody. These are the things we have to think about, because there are still tons of people there, thousands of people there, probably millions of people there. Not gonna lie. And I don't have any water with me, but I'll drink this. It's technically water. Anyway, I'll also turn off my heater because it's actually pretty warm in here. This is a conventional war. They're shelling civilians. The Russian military has lost over 10,000 soldiers so far. The Ukrainians have lost, far less than that, about half that of their military. 10,000 is not even what we reached in 20 years in Iraq and Afghanistan. It's fucking ridiculous. So, Kyiv, is it Kyiv or Kiev? What's the difference? Uh-oh. My headphones just shut off. It doesn't really matter. I didn't know they were dying. Anyway. I It rained all day and had to keep the cats in. Oh, that sucks. I still don't know the difference between divisions, platoons, companies, brigades, etc. I can go. It's Kiev. Okay. Hold on. I got you guys. I got you. Don't worry. There we go.
We have a voicemail number, and that number is 219
Here we go.
David P.
We're gonna settle this, folks.
A number of you calling in, writing in about this very question. This is from
It's
the
how the
Eggman,
Ukrainians,
who asks
like it said,
it
because they have
so
pride.
eloquently.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, Dave, I have a pretty basic question. Is the city of Kiev the one that used to be called Kiev?
Yes.
Shalom.
Yes. Shalom to the Eggman. It is. So here's many of you wrote to me because yesterday during our coverage of the Russian invasion of Ukraine, I was talking about Kiev. And in the comments, as well as an email voicemail, many of you said, "Sir, what the hell are you talking about? Isn't it Kiev?" Here's the backstory. It all stems from the spelling in English, the anglicized spelling. For a very long time, the capital city of Ukraine was spelled Kiev. And when you look at that, that very clearly would make most English speakers say, oh, it's Kiev. That makes sense. It's spelled Kiev and it's pronounced Kiev. A couple years ago, a number of media outlets, including NPR, decided we are going to change the spelling and the pronunciation to be more in line with in Ukraine. The spelling was changed to Kyiv. And when you see Kyiv, most English speakers would see that and they would say, oh, that looks like Kiev. Right. Okay. So that's what happened. The idea was we've kind of anglicized it away from what it actually is in Ukraine. Let's try to match up with that more. So now it's a new spelling, Kyiv, and it's a new pronunciation, Kiev. Spell it however you want it, say it however you want it, and Russia has started executing a slow invasion of Ukraine, as we covered.
Okay, this is obviously a little old. Okay, so yes, there you go, folks. That's the reason. That's why you pronounce it Kiev. It is pronounced Kiev, not Kiev. It is Kiev. Kiev comes from an old Americanized version of the spelling of the capital city of Ukraine. The new spelling, Kiv, is pronounced Kiev. But regardless, support the people of Ukraine because their capital city of Kiev was attacked and their president, Vladimir Zelensky, has been nothing but a badass since the fucking beginning. So think what you want about his politics. Yeah, we'll go from there. We can discuss that when I get more information on that. But the motherfucker knows how to react to his country being fucking invaded. I wasn't trying to rock the boat, Mega Monitor. I was just trying to help you out. No, it's okay. Don't worry about it. This is kind of what we're here for. I appreciate it, and especially when it comes to like my pronunciation and language, I do want that correction because I don't want to sound bad. Background in public affairs, so I had to go through like testing to actually like be able to speak properly and speak a certain way, I guess I could say, not properly, speak a certain way. So when it comes to like pronunciation, if I can get the pronunciation, for instance, Iraq is the a correct pronunciation, and it's Iran, not Iran. So yes, but let me check that real quick. Okay. Okay. You just donated? Yes, we can all do better every day. Check it out. Take like a screenshot of your receipt and send it to postaliguana@gmail.com, and that's how I'll be able to add it to the total. You can black out any personal information that you want. I don't want your personal information 100%. Just make sure that I know it's from you, in some way. There are instructions Mango can put from the that are in that post if you went through the post and not through the Google Docs. But anyway, so all right, we've been at this for 2 hours. This is a lot longer than I wanted to go. Let me see. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna end on a little bit of combat footage. The last thing I'm gonna show you is pretty heartbreaking. We went through Google Docs. Insurance, okay. Yeah. Mango, if you could send if you could put the YouTube post, the community post link in the chat. So that no justice, no peace can go through the instructions in order to send me the the screenshot or whatever it is. If I didn't explain it clearly enough, because I'm not really not not that great explaining things. So be forewarned, the last thing we're gonna go through is pretty heartbreaking, but the next couple things we are gonna go through are not going to be so intense. 2 of them are going to be a little comical. And then the rest are going to be a little bit more on the more intense side. So, no, don't worry about it. Trust me, I live in the chat. The chat is one of my best friends. You guys are the best. And thank you all for being here. Lurkers or chatters or otherwise. All right. So check this out. Okay, I'm gonna leave the music on because this is kind of funny. Hopefully it's not too loud. All right. So I was just checking the levels. That's not what I wanted. Thank you, Megan. Oh, no. Dita, thank you. Dita Duval is an amazing person. She has pledged to match our end goal. Whatever we get to, she has decided to 100% match. So we can get potentially over $2,000 here. This is gonna be wild. But yeah, let's check this out. So this is a Russian soldier. He's just like, oh shit, he saw the drone. He's like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. She truly is. Dita Duvall is nothing but a sweetheart. I love her emails where she's like, I'm not at the art museum. Check this out. I'm like, that's fucking amazing. I miss going places. Run, fat boy, run. Yes. These three guys have started shooting at the drone. Okay, I don't know if anybody here has ever been like shooting. Like, it's not the easiest to hit your target, even when you're a trained soldier. Like, it's not the easiest to hit your target. It's not easy to hit a moving target. it's especially not easy to hit a moving target when that moving target is 100 meters above you in the sky on a sunny day. It's really fucking hard to see it. I'm not gonna lie. How do you outrun a drone? Oh man, I feel like that's the beginning of a joke. Damn, I don't know. Ukrainian soldiers ended up hitting the position with artillery and destroying the soldiers' equipment in the forest. So this is kind of interesting. So what we're looking at is like the drone was like, hey, like, yo, we got all of these soldiers over here. So this was their fighting position. This was where they were like sleeping and shitting and eating, cooking and everything like that. This is where they were chilling. Well, that drone found all of their equipment, all of their trucks and tanks and everything in the forest. And then the artillery just fucking annihilated it and then started hitting their own fucking fighting position. That is hilarious. Yeah, they're practically shooting at the sun. Look at the shadows. Hold on. Oh no, dude, you can't hit that thing. Like, I've actually like had yeah, they are shooting direct. Guys, this is a sunny ass day. This is a clear day. There's not a cloud in the sky. These the Russians. Dude, they must be like crying from just like, oh god. Hopefully Putin gave him some sunglasses. Jeez. They might as well be two guns. How do you shoot a gun? How do you shoot a drone out of the sky? Like, or how do you outrun a drone? You can't. You can't, because it's you can't outrun a drone because it's got a wider angle of view, is what I'm trying to say. So like this is actually zoomed in, so you zoom right the fuck out, but it'll still find you. Also, the rise of like commercial drones in warfare is going to be something. This is something we're going to see time and time and time again. Is these commercial drones, these DJI, et cetera, drones that are coming out here. We're going to see more and more of these, and this is what they're literally using to spot artillery. They also have Starlink, which is wild. All right. So, okay. We're not going to watch that one. Not that one just yet. All right. So I got one more real quick. I'm going to go to the bathroom. I really got to go to the bathroom. So you guys watch this. Hang on. Let me see what's after this. Just in case. Okay. Yeah, after this is going to be Chechen Special Forces, so you can so you guys can watch that. Do you feel empathy for the Russian soldiers? Man, that's a deep question. Yes, I do, because a lot of those. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and then I'll answer your question. I'll be right back. So check this out. This is the title list is Russian soldiers take on water, and basically this this house got its back blown out, and well, these Russian soldiers are like, well, thirsty. I'm a human being. I need water. Let's go to the well. And then the one after this is just is a Chechen Special Forces video. Hopefully that's not too messed up. Be right back. Here, I'll put it on 7.5 so you guys can see a little bit better. Here you go. Be right back, folks. Yeah, my mic's muted. All right. Back, folks. All right. So as you can see, and there's no audio to this anyway. So you're not missing missing out on anything. But those I'm going to save this video for the public affairs special that we'll do. But as you can see, well, they're human beings. They need water. They need to get water. So what do? They go to a fucking well that's on this property. Well, it's a well. So what? We need water. They went there and they filled up their water and drug it back. It's the same thing anybody would do. And I'll wait till no justice, no peace lets me know when she's back, and then I will answer her question. She's still listening. I don't know. Yeah, and one more tag. And what is that thing called? There it is. That's the one. There we go. All right, let's see what we got. Good. Folks, please share this video. Thank you guys for being here. I was waiting for you to go pee. Already gone. Already done went. Alrighty. So, anyway, we're good. We peed. We tinkle princess. Do I feel empathy for the Russian soldiers? Absolutely. I feel empathy. Ooh, that's not the one. I feel empathy for everybody that's like going through this, except for the powers that be, if that makes sense. There's a certain point where I just don't give a fuck about the people who are sending people out. For the Russian soldiers, let's focus on like the Russian soldiers. Yes. Are they there essentially like against their will? Yeah. I mean, when you're in this situation, you just got thrown into a war. Even if you weren't thrown into it, likely you were talked into it. It's the same way that I was talked into going to war in Iraq the first time. So yeah, of course I feel, because it's like, yeah, you were convinced. You were like, yeah, I'm a soldier. This is what I have to do. And it's a weird psychology. It's a weird culture of the military to just do that thing. And you don't question a lot of things that push you towards it. Joe Rogan has a joke. I know. Joe Rogan's so fucking fantastic. He's great. No, he sucks. Anyway, Joe Rogan has a great joke, and he's like, 22-year-old girls are stupid. He's like, they're the stupidest creatures on the planet. And it's like, it's true. Just take a good example is like, why do recruiters go after young people? They go after young people because they're dumb. They're all fucking hopped up on testosterone. They can do all this shit and everything. And oh yeah, I can do whatever. You ask a 30, 35-year-old, hey, you want to go to war and try and recruit them? No. What? Are you gonna do what? Go over there, kill that guy? Oh, why? I got a family. I got a job. Like, I got a mortgage and shit. Like, people don't want to do that. And there's a certain point where you're just like, I don't want to do this shit anymore. Like, where are we? And you're just sort of surviving. You're just going forward and doing the thing 100%. And they're at the point that now they have to be in the fight. The Russian military isn't just going to lay down its arms. When has the Russian military ever laid down its arms and just been like, no, fuck you to the president? It's probably just not going to happen. We'll put the likelihood of that happening on, same likelihood of, I don't know. Let's see. Joe Biden being favorable in my eyes. There you go. Now, it's kind of difficult to feel for somebody that you kind of perceive as an enemy as well, because I don't. The Russian military is an extension of Putin, right? Just like if I were in the military, if in the U.S. military, I would be an extension of Biden. That's just how it would go, whoever the president is at the time. So it's important to follow the trail back, follow the arm back, and hate that person. And to tell that person no, rather than just smacking their fingers, if that makes sense. So if you're gonna invade a country, yeah, if you're gonna invade my country, I'm gonna smack your fingers, but you bet your ass that I'm gonna hold my fist there and make sure you know I mean no when I say no. That's the whole fucking thing. So I don't know. It's it's complicated, but yes, long story short, I do have empathy. To an extent. Commander-in-Chief, yes. The last several commanders-in-chief have been very not very commanderly in their chiefness. Can I say that? I do not like the leadership that we have had. Anyway. Alrighty, folks. We're gonna watch one more drone video, and then we're gonna get into a couple of really heavy things. So if you guys don't want to watch the next couple videos, this is just artillery strikes, so it's a little lighter. You are going to see tanks get blown up. Yes, there are tank commanders, gunners, drivers. After that, yeah, we're going to see some shit. What we're going to end on, aside from the Bayraktar, what we're going to end on is, pretty fucking heavy. Well, haven't noticed. Really? You should pay more attention to politics. I mean, you should come to this channel more often. I spend a lot of time on politics here. It's kind of how I got started on the Security Monitor Lizard channel. Was the old right-wing cope videos. You might like those. I'm very anti-military, but not anti-all people in the military. Yeah, and I can totally understand that. I'm totally anti-military industrial complex, but I understand that every sovereign nation does have the right to defend its borders and to have a standing military. It just doesn't have to be profitable. All right, I think we can agree on that. And the military is not going to go away. We can both agree on that. With a damn near $1 trillion budget, especially the U.S. military is not going anywhere, not without a few atoms being split. Anyway, let's continue on. So what we've got is some more drone footage. We've got, sorry, I was about to move this like it was a map. We've got some farmland, and we're going to be identifying these tanks that are out here before the artillery gets called in. And again, when we cover different wars in the future, and as we cover this war more often, we are going to see more of these commercial drones. And I just had a thought, guys, just you wait until the commercial drones have basically almost like 100% like crisp detail. It's because they got military funding for civilian purposes. Anyway, moving along. Thank you. All right. I'm glad we're on the same page. I don't care if you're anti-military. I totally fucking understand. As long as you're educated on why you're anti-military. That's as long as you're educated on why you're anti anything, by all means. I mean, if I'm ill-educated on why I'm anti-Russian invasion, then by all means correct me. But I think I'm too wrong on this. So we got drone footage, and there is no audio. Sorry, guys. I'll try to kill the dead air. Boo. Boo. I got a boo. All right. T-72. So T-72 is an old ass tank. And you can see this entire area has been shelled to absolute dog shit. There are craters everywhere from these rounds hitting the ground. And what am I getting booed for? I'm self-conscious. Hit that fundraiser instruction, folks. But a lot of this is farmland, so this is like really loose soil and everything. So these craters look a lot bigger simply because the round fell in and just like kablam. But the reason the trucks or these vehicles hidden on the road. Okay, good. The trucks are hidden along the road because they'll get stuck in this mud. But this mud offers a decent amount of protection because they can get as close as possible to it while hidden in the woods, like you saw. And if rounds, overshoot, they're going to land in the mud and, blow up and out, basically protecting whoever's in the armor. However, comma space, that wasn't possible because they're all along the road, which is a pretty easy target considering it's a straight fucking line. And well, if you look at that T-72 that we saw earlier, these straight lines, yeah, those stick out. Now, one thing you should take into account, if you're trying to like hide against something, don't break a straight line. Snipers won't ever be at the base of a tree. If you ever see a movie where a sniper's like at the base of a tree or something, that's completely wrong, because that breaks up that straight line of the tree trunk. So it gives that silhouette, allows the human eye to be able to see that. These straight lines, that I see that. This is not camouflage. This is concealment at best. Now, had they taken like dirt and put it over this, like made a structure over top of this, and then put, you know, trees in there, maybe they might have a little bit of extra protection. But with this 4K camera, you ain't hiding from shit, folks. Yes, they get hit all over the place. And see this tank's trying to escape, and you're going to see in a little bit of camouflage. So this tank's trying to escape. Okay, that's what I was talking about. So what this tank just did is it launched out a smoke screen. It's trying to get the fuck out of there, and it popped up these flares that are now going to create a smoke screen, so they can't effectively hit the target. They have to aim for the general area, which, well, at this point is good enough, folks. All right. All right, this is one of the things I actually wanted to show you guys. So we're going to go back. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. We can go back just a little bit. Just a little bit. So this round right here that landed on the road is actually kind of a problem. So this actually breaks up those supply lines like I was talking about. So roads are important. That's infrastructure that you just destroyed. So that means that your troops have to move around this gigantic crater in the middle of an asphalt road, and denies you a little bit of mobility. Hence the reason they were parked, or they were camouflaged so close to the road as well. Oh, excuse me. But this shell is what I really want people to watch when it comes in. Not that one, the next one. So this one, when it comes in. Boom. So down right here, you see these two lines right there. All right, those two white lines, that's actually the blast wave going through deep tracks. That's the blast wave traveling through, and just like woof, causing a pressure differential, and it's causing a shockwave through here. All of these little splotches out here, all of that's all shrapnel. Now, that's all shrapnel that just happened to hit dust and kick it up. There is a 360 degrees of shrapnel flying around at thousands of feet per second, and some of those things are damn near the size of this phone, just steel, razor sharp, flying around. You can imagine that's pretty fucking hell. Let's let more come in. Why not? And you'll see as these rounds come in, you'll see different amounts of munitions explode, differences when they hit different material and stuff like that. All right, let's see. Ooh. Oh, this looks like a direct hit. Yeah, that's a direct hit. They hit that motherfucker really, really too good. Yeah, there's no getting out of that one. Sorry. All right. There we go. JC. That was an absolute direct hit. This brown stuff here, I think is actually like steel. I think this is actually like a tank that got hit and destroyed. And what's burning is probably like rubber or some kind of petroleum. That's why it's black smoke. Holy fucking shit. If that was a direct hit, that is absolutely fascinating. Alrighty, folks. So, all right, I got 2 more. So, or 3 more rather. So we're gonna take a look at one thing that is gonna kind of bleed into you know, the public affairs. I want you guys to look at this. Just keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on your screen. So we got some folks. They're traveling around. They're doing their thing here in Ukraine. And this he's like, oh, I'm backing up, and all of a sudden, he's chilling, and boom, boom, boom. These look like mortars that are coming in. However, watch this little guy. What's that little guy doing? What's that little guy doing? What's it doing? Boom. Now let's watch this a little bit. What happened in this video? We see we got our car chilling here, but watch up in this area right here. We see some kind of explosion, right? Boom. We got one boom. And we got a couple more booms over here, right? But what is that thing? What they're alleging is these are actually bomblets. So they're trying to say that they use like cluster bombs. But what I'm thinking this is just an unexploded mortar. Because if you look, we've got one explosion. This happens in someone's backyard. And then we've got a couple more explosions that happen seemingly they happen as the projectile hits the ground, and you can actually see this. You go frame by frame if YouTube will comply. Right there. So the projectile actually hits the ground and blows up. So we have evidence of boom. So these are mortars coming in, it seems like boom, 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 boom. But what is this thing that falls over here? I think that's just an unexploded mortar. I think it hit something and then just sort of fell onto the road. What do you guys think? It's not a grenade because this is an artillery strike. So plus a grenade wouldn't it well wouldn't look like that. I mean, that's like a flattened piece of metal kind of type dealy. But it sits there. What they're trying to say is these are cluster bombs. Kablam. And the biggest problem with cluster bombs is bomblets. So bomblets are what come out of a cluster bomb, and not all of those bomblets actually go off. It's the same thing as, you know, if you make 1 million cigarettes, eventually one of them is going to like fall apart in the package or be turned backwards or something like that. One of those bomblets is not going to explode because there's thousands of them. And if they explode after the fact with just like a little nudge or just a vibration of someone's feet even, well, this is what would happen. You can just imagine, boom, walking by that and being like, oh, it's just a piece of the war. Boom! All of a sudden it goes off. You or your friend or whoever is either dead or you're missing limbs or some shit like that. That's what the problem is. So I'm not 100% convinced that it's not just like a mortar that dudded off of something. It's kind of like a landmine. No, so one of the biggest things, and I've said this before in other Ukraine streams, with these tanks that get blown up, and like we saw those paladins, the self-propelled howitzers, when they get blown up, there's a lot of artillery shells that actually get like thrown about and everything like that. Don't approach them. Don't go anywhere near them, because all it takes is a little bit of a nudge for them to just go off. You never know if something's going to turn into a landmine, basically. Yes. And they're called UXOs, unexploded ordnance. And there's a whole ass UXO report that we were taught day in and day out that I don't fucking remember, because thank God it's been long enough I don't have to. For the army, for the military rather, that they put out, just in case you run across a landmine or a box of ammo or anything like that. Literally, don't touch it. It'll blow your fucking face off. All right. So, before I open this up to the final part, the last couple videos, because one, we're going to see reality, and two, we're going to see brutality. Does anybody have any questions that either they're curious about, that I may know, that I may not know, that they want to ask? Because once we get into this, I'm going to get into this, and then we're going to Bayraktar out of here. So, I got one more in me. Yeah. Any questions at all? And you know what's wild is, like, you can think of 1 million questions throughout the day, but let somebody come up to you and be like, ask me a random question. What color is your shirt? Really? You're looking at me. Seriously, try it. It's weird. I had to bring in like real water for these things. Wow, this is a 2.5 hour fucking stream. Holy shit. All right. So I got 30 more seconds. If nobody has any questions, or if they don't come in, I will start. Let me make sure. Okay. Yeah, you did say sent me a friend request, which I didn't see. If I didn't see it or didn't, whatever. I'm not in Discord as much as you would think. I'm like, as much as I should be, even. Especially as a fucking server owner. Sorry. All right. So, all right. If there are no questions, you're in the Discord. Okay, now you got. Okay, now there you go. Next week, the update stream will be on Monday. In the meantime, you get updates from Funker530 website right there at that link. Yes, I will be doing the next one on Monday. Probably no brunch on Sunday, but I will be host roasting Widow's Son for Sanctum Sanctorum on Sunday at 2 p.m. CST, Central Standard Time. It's really hard for me to get out. CST. But yes, I'm in your Discord now. Okay. Ask me all the questions you would like. If you have questions about the Discord, long story short, don't invite anybody. Don't invite anybody without asking, one, and don't start personal drama. This is the one place to get out of personal drama. So if you have an issue with somebody that's like in there and like posting a bunch, just go somewhere else. That's all I ask. And if you guys can hash it out in voice and not in text, then we'll be fine. But if you bring personal drama into my Discord, ask Mango. Or better yet, ask Zale Song. Ask that motherfucker. Awesome. That's what I like to hear. Alrighty, folks. So we're going to see a little bit of reality, a little bit of brutality, and we're going to close it out with a little bit of Bayraktar. So, all right. If you guys want to dip out, by all means, because this is going to get fucked up. All right. So we have a few vehicles coming down this road. We got a convoy of vehicles coming down the road. Now the roads have been blocked off. Standard tactics: block off the roads, make it harder. You're slowing down the convoy. You're not trying to stop them. Essentially, you're trying to slow them down. So you want to slow them down so they get into a particular position in order for you to be able to attack. These Ukrainians don't relent. So we got a convoy coming through. These look like pretty much like civilian vehicles. True. You bet your ass you did. So you've got these guys. They're moving in like a standard formation. They're moving in a standard column. I don't know what these guys do. They might be like fire support or something. There's obvious communication. We got 3, 4, 5 guys behind them. So we got about a squad coming up. And they just opened fire. It looks like. Yeah, they're just opening fire on the on this convoy. I'm not sure who was in that convoy. There's not anybody in that convoy. What's going on, buried crude oil? So we've got the obviously this place has been bombed out. Hold on, let me see if I can get this guy. Let me go back just a little bit. All right. So they're in a standard formation too. This guy, the guy down here, I don't know if you guys can really see him underneath the player here. He's pretty far behind these two. These guys are they're doing the right thing. This dude he's pointing forward to whatever's coming across the way, and this guy's pointed off to the side, trying to figure out anything that's gonna come from the buildings or the alleyway up here. And this guy's trying to catch up, I guess. You don't know what you're looking at. So we have a building right here. Tell me what you're confused about, but we have a building right here that's been blown the fuck out. And these folks are coming around. Now, here's where it changes. So we have these Z patterns or these Z markings showing that they're Russians. That way, they're showing essentially that they can be engaged and that they are combatants. And the reason for this is to make sure that civilians don't get killed. If this van were in this convoy and it didn't have the Z markings, yet there were soldiers in it, it could be construed as like a false flag or something like that, as espionage, shit like that. Not necessarily espionage. However, these guys dipped the fuck out, but they didn't really have anywhere to go. And this is actually kind of like, it's a little frustrating to watch this, but it's also extremely like liberating to watch it at the same time, because everything you see down here is Russian soldiers, and these are Ukrainians, and what they're doing is they're actually lobbing grenades over this wall. They're missing. So, facts. Let me see if I can. So, let's see if we can. Stupid annotations. All right. So this grenade actually lands like right around here. All of these soldiers are boxed up against this wall. This guy is one who's clearly still alive. All of these guys are bunched up against the wall, and the grenade lands right about here. They could survive, for sure. This guy, maybe not so much. You're going to get some shrapnel, but grenades blow up and out. Remember, remember your physics. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So when you throw a grenade at the earth is going to react back. That's why grenades blow up and out. And the shrapnel can go in any direction. However, it's most likely to go up and out with the direction of the explosion because of the physics of the earth. So the lower you get, the better your chances of surviving a grenade explosion. You can be damn near next to a grenade and have it explode and still survive. Folks, yes, those are people. These are all people. He's lobbing, looks like a couple of grenades. There's also it looks like a couple of people. Yeah, there's a couple of soldiers under the. Now you're going to see here, these guys, most of these guys are actually still alive. You had a couple under the van here, and one of them actually, I think, looks up at the drone. I believe, yeah.
What's up, guys?
I don't know if you guys, I'm not going to play that back, but I don't know if you guys caught the last few frames of that. But yeah, they were hit by a grenade attack. That's all I'm going to say. It's not going to get better. So I'm gonna show you guys the last story of the night. It's getting late. No justice, no peace. This one is going to be actually pretty fucking rough. The reason I'm showing this, the reason I'm showing these videos is not to glorify war. It's not to glorify combat. It's not to, you know, get a reaction or anything. The reason I'm doing this is to educate people on the fact that these are things that are happening. The source I'm going to be giving you is Radio Free Europe. It is funded in part or in whole by the American government, so you can take it as you wish. Again, that's the source. I just want you to know that these are the things that are happening. There are atrocities. There are more we're going to see. And I'm not afraid to show them on this channel. I'm not afraid to show them at all or discuss them with you. So, by all means, stay tuned. Here we go. Yeah, Mango, you might not want to watch this one. Or anybody that has kids. So I'll give it a second for anybody that wants to dip out. All right. And I'm going to be reading the subtitles for those folks. This Ukrainian woman has just found her dead son at the bottom of a well. So these are his shoes. I'm saying, come on, get up. Take care. Come on, you can stand there. Just saying. A body doesn't just end up in a well in a fucking war-torn country. And She's saying, let me see, let me see. They're trying to reason with her. Guys, this is one. This is one. And this is basically like raw footage. There's not a whole lot of like emotion and shit like that. It's basically like raw footage. During inspection of this gas station, 2 human bodies were found in a pit. I don't know why it said. Sorry.
Знайдено тіла 2 людей. Ми одного впізнали.
We recognized one of them. Both were residents of the village of Butsova. They were members of territorial defense. This is an army of marauders and murderers. There is no place for them in this world. They have no right to call themselves humans. How could they kill children just like that? And we've seen time and time again the Russians just doing this. Now, have the Americans done this? Absolutely. Have they done this in modern war? I've yet to see it. I've yet to see the evidence. I'd love to see it. This is torture. This is war crimes. This is murder of civilians. They killed people in Bucha, Irpin, Boryanka. There were people under the rubble. That's horrible. Yes, we have. Yes, we have. But I have yet to see the evidence. In 4K. Which is why this hits so much harder than anything, because we're actually seeing all of the fucking detail. We don't just have to read about it later. We actually get to see it in real time. This is happening like now. The US does this all the fucking time. It's just we have yet to see it. At least in front of our faces, right? Well, there's plenty of books, plenty of documents and everything like that, but who has the time for that? So, I know that was heavy. I'm sorry for anybody that possibly. I'm sorry for I know that might have been heavy. I'm sorry for anybody that might have stuck around. Didn't get the warning beforehand. But I want you guys to again understand that the reason I'm showing any of this is not because I want to glorify anything. I want to show what is going on. These are things that are happening. I can't show you Funker 530. I can't show you everything that's happening. But I can show you what's here on YouTube. And a lot of these atrocities that are happening we can't do this. Either we work together or we just stop working together in any way, and we just get the fuck rid of this human experiment and get it the fuck out of here. I'm not willing to really do the latter, so I think it's up to us to actually, do something about the former, so that we can come to a solid conclusion. Right, give us the fucking evidence. We deserve it. We pay taxes. Abso-fucking-lutely. That's why Edward Snowden is not a traitor. He's a hero. No reason to believe Russia hasn't conducted every war and operation exactly like this one since the Tsar. Yeah, well, they've done the same thing in Syria as well. So It's pretty disgusting. I'm really sick and tired of people saying the U.S. has done this, therefore we shouldn't go talking about what Russia's doing. Fuck that. Call out everything. Yes, thank you. There are no sides when it comes to being a piece of shit. Shit is round. Circles don't have a side. Well, this is the inside and the outside, and guess what? They're all filled with shit. Anyway. So regardless of the end of this video, I want you guys to have taken something away from this. Please, like in the comments below, or whether it's in Discord or anything, please tell me if you got something out of it, or what you would like to see, or if there's something that you would like me to cover. If you have any questions that come up in the in the future, please bring them to me. I might actually create like a Ukraine channel in I'm gonna go ahead and create a Ukraine channel in the Discord for you guys, so you guys can put everything there. But that all being said, thank you guys all for being here. Shit is round. This shit has no sides. Well, thank you, Alan. Hey, man. I always appreciate it. So thank you guys all for being here. The stream was fantastic. Thank you so much. And please share around. Please let me know what you guys want to see, want me to talk about, what you have questions about, and we can figure everything out as we go. Other than that, I have a steak that I should have cooked a little bit ago, and I gotta get the hell out of here. So guys, check out I think BGTV has been live for a little bit, so go check him out. He's doing Andy Dick thing. And other than that, here's the Bayraktar drone song, except in good quality. Take care, folks, and remember, it's the people who need your help.
Прийшли окупанти до нас в Україну, форма новенька, воєнні машини, та трохи поплавився їх інвентар. Байрактар. Байрактар.
Thank you for being here. No peace. Always a
Російські танкісти сховались в кущі, щоб лаптям посорбати довбані щі, та трохи у щах перегрівся навар. Байрактар. Байрактар. Прийшли окупанти до нас в Україну, форма новенька, воєнні машини, та трохи поплавився їх інвентар. Байрактар. Байрактар. Російські танкісти сховались в кущі, щоб лаптям посорбати довбані щі, та трохи у щах перегрівся навар. Байрактар. Байрактар. Зі сходу припхались до нас барани, для восстановлення великої страни, найкращий пастух баранячих отар. Байрактар. Байрактар. Їх доводи, всяке озброєння, різне, ракети, потужні машини залізні, у нас на всі доводи є коментар. Байрактар. Байрактар. Вони захопити хотіли нас зразу, і ми зачаїли на орків образу. З бандитів російських робить примар. Байрактар. Байрактар. Російська поліція справи заводить, на вбивцю рашистів ніяк не знаходить. Хто ж винен, що в нашому полі глухар? Байрактар. Байрактар. Веде пропаганду кремлівський урод, слова пропаганди ковтає народ, тепер нове слово знає їх цар.